Hey guys, it's Paban, and I had someone ask me about how to paint grass, or they made some kind of comment about painting grass in the comments for the speed paint that I did of this, and I thought, while I've got it, I'll just do a quick explanation of how I do grass in this kind of style, but it'll make more sense with cell shading, because that's sort of how I've done this, but you can do it with more realistic styles as well. You just have to like vary the colours up a bit more. So anyway, you're probably looking at this and thinking, where the hell do you get that sort of variation but still get it to look like grass? But you're thinking that because you can't see all the crazy layers that I've got. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn the overlays off, get it back to the flat colours that I've got, and then I'll turn off the grass layer because I've got a layer on its own for grass, and I've got another layer there for another layer of grass. But what I'm going to focus on is this layer and what's underneath it. So you can see if I remove that, there's just the grass there, and then there's the base here. So what I did first, you can see it's sort of, if I zoom out, you can see that I've sculpted it in the shape that everything's going to be, and I've added in all the different colours and shading that I want. Bring my brushes out. So I've shaded it as though I was just blocking it out, really, really blocky. And I've blended all these colours together so that they look nice. And they're where I want them to be, and all the shadows are right. Just in something really blocky, and it doesn't have to be really detailed. You just want to get all the colours and all the shades in where you want them. And then once I've done that, you can do the grass over the top, but I chose not to in case I messed it up. So I'll show you again. Instead of leaving that layer on, I'll make a new layer and I'll show you how I do it. So what you want to do once you've got all this down is you can just eyedrop the colours straight off it. And what I did first was I dropped the lightest colour that I want, and because I know that's going to be around the edge. Ooh, make the brush a bit smaller. And you want to just start doing the grass like that. And obviously the further away it is, the smaller the grass is going to be. And you want to remember what your light source is and where the light's going to be hitting it, but that should mainly be obvious with where you've already put down the colours and blocked everything out. So what you do is lay down the stuff that's furthest away first, and then you can eyedrop the next colour and go over it, and then it'll go over the top of the stuff you've already laid down, like that. And then you can eyedrop the next colour that's further behind it and do it again. And like you can see here, you'll have places where it cuts really sharply in colours, and you just want to go over those just like this, just to break up that a bit, and you can get this other colour and work that in a little bit. It's just to soften out the edges, but you still want the edges there because it shows the shape. And you can mess around with this as much as you like until you get it to do something you like, but really all it is softening out the edges of what you've already put down with the shapes. And you can get grass brushes, but it's fine to just do the regular brush and draw in all the strands. Now this isn't going to be very good because I am just doing it quick to show you how you can soften the edges and how it cleans everything up a bit and actually makes it look like grass. But yeah, it's just a case of once you've got that base down, eyedropping everything and just softening it out. It's like if you were, say you were painting in this gradient bit by here, that gradient, but instead of just doing it with a couple of brush strokes, you're doing it with lots of little strokes to break up the edges. What's most important though is that you make the colours overlay with each other, and I don't mean overlay in the sense of having the layer set to overlay, but making them overlap with the ones behind them so that you can tell what's where in space. And don't forget to get them to overlap other things as well that you've got in the painting. And yeah, this is quite messy because I'm not on my Cintiq at the moment, but you know, it's just a general idea of how you can do it. I'm doing that wrong because I want to do this bit first because it's in front of it. It's also good to have a lot of variety in the direction that the grass is going, because you don't just want to have it all going straight up like this because it'll look weird, and you don't want it all just facing one way unless there's like wind blowing or something like really strongly. It's nice to have some going one way and some going the other way, just so it looks a bit more realistic, because in real life grass wouldn't, you know, all just be going one way. But yeah, anyway, that's a really simple quick tutorial for that. You can see how it sort of softens everything out but still has it look like grass when I zoom out, and obviously it's not as good as the original one that I did, but I did that on my Cintiq and I'm just, you know, this is just quickly showing you. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll do more tutorials when I'm not as, yeah, I won't go into it, but yeah, thanks for watching. I hope it helped. Bye!